Yo, what is up guys, it's the Goblin. I'm back in today with another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. In today's video, we're going to be talking a bit about David Vonderhaar and about the supply drop system in Black Ops 3. So we'll get right into this topic, and this will be something I think you guys will enjoy. But first off, I want to mention to you guys, I want to get a compilation of some of the best supply drops ever. As you guys know, right now a lot of people are getting 2 guns in one supply drop, even 3 guns in one supply drop. So what I want you guys to do is, if you guys have any pictures of really good supply drops, I want you to tweet them to me to my Twitter, which is at GreenGoblinHD. I'll leave a link down in the description to that, so if you guys can go follow me there, tweet me all of your pictures, and you can potentially be featured in an upcoming video. I want the best supply drops you guys have ever gotten, pictures of them sent to my Twitter. Let's get right to the topic right here. So basically what happened is, a month ago I made this video called David Vonderhaar Hates Supply Drops, and basically what the video was is, as you guys can see, yeah, there it is. I watched my own video, I gotta check up on it, but 330,000 views. Obviously this was a topic that a lot of people were interested in, and that's why I decided to make this follow-up video, because me and my buddy Tankid were actually talking about it in a Skype call the other day, and David Vonderhaar has reacted differently to the latest supply drop weapons than he has to the previous ones, and that's what we're going to talk about. So first of all, for those of you guys who missed that first video about David Vonderhaar hating supply drops, it was based off this Reddit article, which was a guy saying he has insight, he knows one of his buddies works over at Treyarch or Activision or something like that, and it basically says in the article how David Vonderhaar was basically really upset with the supply drop system, because if you guys don't know the history of the supply drop system, basically they said there was going to be no supply drops in Black Ops 3, and then they said, okay, supply drops are in Black Ops 3, but it's only the cosmetic items, and then eventually it came out, and now we've got all these sort of weapons, and it's gone past cosmetic items because we actually have legitimate weapons being dropped in a Black Ops 3, and this upset David Vonderhaar. He's always been someone that's been against the supply drop system, and how we know that was from basically things that I said in my last video. Basically, the first time the weapons ever dropped, David Vonderhaar was not even there. He took a vacation, literally he took a vacation, a week's vacation, and went off somewhere because he did not want to be around the supply drops. So obviously David Vonderhaar is someone who is, you know, sort of against the supply drops, maybe not completely against it, but he doesn't support them, and he doesn't tweet out promoting the supply drops really ever in Black Ops 3. That has not happened ever in the history of Black Ops 3 and with David Vonderhaar, but that has sort of changed with this last update. So at the last update, we got the 4 new weapons. Well, we got 2 weapons as well as the 2 melee weapons. I'm talking about the update with the FFAR, the L4 Siege, the Skull Splitter, and the Slash and Burn, or whatever the axe is called. This is the update that we got lately, and this update was a bit different for the simple fact that, first off, it came out right before a double crypto key weekend, which was kind of good for us in the first place. Second, it came out on a Friday, when always before we've had things drop on a Tuesday. This one came out on a Friday, and what was most notable about this is they came out with the weapon bribes at the same time, basically guaranteeing free weapons to season pass holders and free weapons to anyone who wins 75 games, and David Vonderhaar seemed to be pretty happy about that, and I have the tweets to prove it up on the screen. So first off, guys, remember that David Vonderhaar has never talked about supply drops really at all. He's never promoted them since the game has come out, and now here's the tweets. The first one we have right here is from David Vonderhaar right as the weapons dropped. He said, "I got the wrench with my season pass weapon bribe, win 75 games for another bribe, one-time special in contracts." He's obviously promoting them right here. He said he opened his, and he has a video of it, him opening his season pass bribe. He got the wrench, which is pretty crappy. It's not the best thing you could get, but he still promoted it, and he was promoting the contracts as well. So maybe we have David Vonderhaar to thank for this update to the supply drop system. We'll go through a few more of the tweets, and then we'll talk more about it. So the next tweet that we have here, he made a few tweets. First of all, he tweeted out 2 codes for season passes, one for PlayStation, one for Xbox, and he made a little joke with it. He basically said, "Don't tell anyone where you got these because I'll get in trouble," which is obviously a joke. Obviously, people see David Vonderhaar's Twitter. He has 1 million followers. He's not going to get away with sneaking that by the people over at Treyarch. And then he tweeted out a few more things. "I'm seeing this asked a lot, so here goes. It doesn't matter if you bought the season pass 6 months ago, yesterday, or a month from now. If you have or will have the season pass, you get the weapon bribe, which guarantees a melee or ranged weapon from the black market." So this basically says, even right now as I'm making this video, if you guys don't have the season pass yet, you can buy it right now, and you can get the free weapon bribe and the free 10 supply drops. So he's obviously promoting this. He probably was behind getting this into the game, and obviously he's sort of, I'd say David Vonderhaar is on the consumer side and the other side as well, because it's usually Activision that's pushing these supply drops, not Treyarch, and that's what I talked about in the, you know, my old video about David Vonderhaar hating the supply drops, and it seems like he's really loving this new weapon bribe supply drop. He's promoting it, he's doing these tweets, and we actually have some more tweets from him right here. The black market contract total victory is for everyone, season pass holders or not. It's a one-time special offer, not repeatable. So this is about the contract total victory, which means you win 75 games and you get again the bonus, which is 10 supply drops and the weapon bribe. And then he also says here, we'll tell you more about daily and weekly contracts later, still developing and testing both the contracts and the rewards for doing them. So obviously these tweets show he is active in the process. He is a huge part of the contract system, and he's going to be working on these daily and weekly contracts. And what this means for us as the players of the game and the active fan base of the game is this is all positive. David Vonderhaar is someone that if he's working on these things, he's been against supply drops in the past. He's going to be working on it and helping us be able to get as many free good supply drops and crypto keys and COD points and all that stuff as we can get. And this is definitely a good sign, and we're still waiting for these contracts to come out, probably a week or two, or it could be even longer until these come out. But I'm sure when they do, David Vonderhaar will have all the info on it, because it seems like he is excited about how the supply drop system is turning around and giving out more free stuff and not just pay to win. Now we have another tweet here where Superglide 2009 Tim tweets at Vonderhaar saying the FAMAS is cool, but holy crap, it's weak. Why is all the DLC guns garbage? People pay for them and they suck. And Vonderhaar said, yikes, adding guns is always scary dangerous. We go in conversation. I promise we will buff them if the performance data shows we need to. Basically saying that they don't purposely try to make these weapons underpowered. They put them in the game and then they buff or nerf based on the statistics, and that's how it's always worked with Treyarch. If you're wondering about the Vesper or about any of the other guns, why they change them, why they nerf or why they buff, it's all based on the statistics. So they don't buff a gun because a Timmy tweets them saying, hey, buff this gun, I hate this gun, it's They buff them based on the statistics. At Treyarch, they have all the stats. They have the average KD, so they can see, okay, the VMP has an average KD of a 1.20, while the Gorgon has a 0.8. We're going to have to buff the Gorgon, nerf the VMP, and make changes, and that's how they work on the supply drop system. So that's about it for the tweets that he has here, but I'm going to lay down my opinion. Like I said, I think that the Black Ops 3, and from reading these tweets, this is definitely positives we have going for the future of Black Ops 3. I think that the supply drop system is in good hands behind David Vonderhaar. Now, David Vonderhaar has already said most likely he's going to be retiring at the end of Black Ops 3, and he won't be back for Black Ops 4 or whatever. The next Treyarch game will probably be a long time because it's 2015, and now on the 3-year cycle is 2018 for the next Treyarch game, because we have 2016, which is Infinite Warfare, 2017 is Sledgehammer Games, and then 2018 will be Treyarch again. And David Vonderhaar said he's already going to be moving on. So this is the last game that we're going to get David Vonderhaar working with us on. So hopefully he'll go out with a bag, giving us some free supply drop weapons at the end. Obviously, he doesn't have a super big say in this because it's Activision pushing the supply drops. But I think David Vonderhaar is definitely someone that, don't give him any hate on Twitter, because he's definitely someone that's helping us out here and definitely will be pushing these free weapons and supply drops. And I won't be surprised if he, he goes out with a bang. He seems like someone that's going to try to push for us to get all these new weapons, and we really don't know what's going to happen. I think right now, people are sort of on the fence. Do we still do the black market blackout? Are we still hating on supply drops? Are we cool with supply drops? Right now, I think the supply drop system, if you're purchasing them, it's still a ripoff. And if you're just using your free ones, most likely you're not going to get it. I think the system still works so well and like so much in favor of Activision, because people are going to open up their weapon bribe, they're going to get a wrench or a skull splitter, and they're going to say, oh my god, I got to put in 20 bucks, I'll get the FAMAS, or I'll put in 20 bucks to get the MX Garand or the HG40. But that's really not how it's going to work. I could bet, if I had to bet, I'd say after this latest update with the FFAR and the HG40 one, which is a while ago, those are the two where they made their most money on, because even on this one where you think, oh, they're giving out free stuff, they're not going to make as much money. It really gets people hooked, and that's where the gambling pay-to-win issue comes in. If you're getting, kids who play the game, maybe 15-year-olds, hooked onto spending their money, or even worse, spending, their parents' money on this thing, 10-year-olds charging their parents' credit card, that would not be the best situation, but who knows. Basically, that's all I had to say about David Vonderhaar. It looks like he's changed he hasn't really changed his mind. It looks like the supply drop system is changing around, and we got to wait on the contracts to decide. Once the contracts come out, I'll make a ton of videos analyzing it. How good are these for us? But right now, I think we're sort of on the fence. Is it black market blackout still? Are we cool with them? We really don't know yet, but we're still going to be waiting for these contracts to come out. And I hope the weekly contracts give you like at least a chance at a weapon. I hope that we see some sort of weapon bribe. I doubt we will, but I hope we see it somewhere in the future again, because I think that was a great idea. And obviously the weapon bribe is just the arms dealer supply drop. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys made it to the end of the video, comment David down in the comment section down below. Also, follow me on Twitter and tweet me all those pictures. Link in the description. I want to see your best supply drops you've ever gotten for potential for you guys to be featured in a video soon. And thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe for Cookie, and I'm out. Peace.